The bitter chill of winter 1995 had certainly been felt at Highfield Road, with Coventry City bottom of the league and without a Premiership win since August. They were up against an inconsistent Blackburn Rovers, who were only 10th, and this just 7 months after winning the Premiership title. However, they had scored 11 goals in their last 3 games, including 2 outstanding hat-tricks from Alan Shearer. Coventry manager Ron Atkinson knew he had to try and stop Shearer somehow, and he brought in veteran Chris Whyte on loan from Birmingham to give the team that much-needed extra steel. A case of mission impossible, perhaps, for the experienced defender. Blackburn's Ray Harford stuck with a similar team that beat West Ham 4-2 the previous week, the only change seeing former Plymouth defender Nicky Marker starting his first Premiership game for more than 2 seasons in place of Jeff Kenner. Your match commentator is John Champion.
Bitingly cold, treacherous underfoot, pitch past a couple of late inspections, but on we go. Coventry fancying their chances, I think, today. I reckon that these conditions may prove to be something of a leveller, and Blackburn, mid-table, haven't travelled that well this season. They've yet to win away from home. 2 draws, 6 defeats, only 1 clean sheet at Arsenal. And Lars Bohinen, used to conditions such as these from his days in his native Norway, but even so unable to control the ball. Here's Chris Whyte, signed on loan from Birmingham only this week, his debut. Ali Pickering. Header out by Berg, not too far. And swept just wide by John Salako. It's barely 2 months since these sides met at Ewood Park. Blackburn won 5-1. With a hat-trick by Alan Shearer. 1 of 3 that the Blackburn top scorer has registered already this season. Ripley's corner. Header was by Busst, and that's Tim Sherwood. Shake of the head from the Blackburn skipper. Batty with the corner. Measured ball in. Dealt with by Whyte. Marcus Hall sliding in with Stuart Ripley. Of course, managed to register their first Champions League win this midweek, beating Rosenborg 4-1, but it was too little too late, and they've made a fairly ignominious exit from the competition. Here's Sherwood, beaten down by Steve Ogrizovic. All 6 of Blackburn's Premier League wins have been at Ewood Park this season. Pickering came off Dion Dublin. Gordon Strachan on touchline duty. Asked his master, Ron Atkinson, sits upstairs in the warmth of the director's box. Sutton. Henning Berg. Blackburn desperately short of defenders, with Ian Pearce out long term and Colin Hendry injured today. That's why Sutton's having to fill in at centre back rather than centre forward. Shearer away from Rennie. Header out by Busst. Shearer loves playing against Coventry, has a fantastic scoring record against them. Ripley. And still going, Stuart Ripley. That was a watchful piece of goalkeeping in the end from Ogrizovic. He's had a ropey time of it since replacing John Filan. Ogrizovic has conceded 12 in the last 4 games. Ripley. Shearer. Time to set himself. Ray Harford, who replaced Kenny Dalglish in the summer. Tony Parks and Derek Fazakerley, his loyal lieutenants. Here's Pickering. And Coventry maybe next to bottom, but they're not playing like that. There's Dublin. And the pace and trickery of Salako in icy conditions, difficult for Blackburn to deal with. Bohinen. There's Busst. Now you saw that Telfer couldn't change direction. That's Shearer. From all of 45 yards. There's Ogrizovic at 38, has seen most things before, and was always unlikely to be caught out by that. Le Saux caught in possession. And Telfer dispossessing Bohinen. Richardson. Home crowd like what they're seeing. Kevin Richardson. Chris Whyte. Ripley. Bohinen. Blackburn finding the defence of their Premier League title fairly hard going, and it's their away form that's dragging them down. Chris Whyte, a League Championship winner with Leeds United. Pickering. Behind Dublin, there's Marcus Hall, and the moment got to the youngster. Coventry born, a discovery of Don Howe. Still a teenager. And the head went up and so did the shot. Chris Whyte. Richardson. Now Peter Ndlovu. Richardson. Telfer, picture of industry. There's Dion Dublin. And this is as well as Coventry have played for a good number of weeks. Dublin. And confidence has been pretty close to rock bottom. But in Ray Harford's Blackburn, they believe they're facing a team so shaky away from home they can beat them. Rennie. And again Dave Rennie. Salako. Block was by Nicky Marker. Salako. Defensive work by Sutton, and the clearance from Henning Berg. Back by Rennie. Dublin, and that's diverted away off the forehead of Sutton. Salako. Rennie, and again Sherwood rising with him, and Coventry believe they should have had more than just a goal kick awarded against them. It's Whyte that got the flick. Up went Rennie, the first time and the second. There was a challenge by Busst on Sutton that left him looking dazed. Coventry's only Premier League win this season, back in the second game of the campaign. 2-1 here against Manchester City. The watershed was that 3-2 defeat against Spurs here last month, after which Ron Atkinson decided that major changes were needed. certainly freshened them up. Occupants of the top division of English football, Coventry City, for the 29th consecutive season since Jimmy Hill got them promoted way back in 1967. Here's Ndlovu. Marcus Hall. Telfer. Shot turns into a pass off the outside of the boot. Pickering. Challenged by Batty. Salako back to Pickering. Clearance not totally effective. Saw the little harum-scarum at the back for Blackburn. And Ndlovu's efforts bring another Coventry corner. Taken by Salako. Ripley's header. Marcus Hall, still plenty forward for Coventry. Ndlovu, there's Busst! Coventry in front! 5 minutes shy of half-time. And they really deserve that. It's only the third league goal of David Bust's career. Set up by the surging run of Marcus Hall. Kept in play by Ndlovu and polished off by Busst. Salako. Ndlovu. And he'll have a go. And that worried Tim Flowers. He's an enigma, this Zimbabwean, Peter Ndlovu. Even he's never quite sure what he's going to produce next. Half-time arrives to a raucous cheer, and little wonder Coventry, with only one Premier League win all season long, lead the champions Blackburn through Dave Bust's header 5 minutes before half-time. It's got the makings of a major story, this. It's not going to form at all. The pitch is helping Coventry, and they lead 1-0. So Blackburn really up against it here. Bereft of form, bereft of confidence, particularly on their travels, and facing a rejuvenated Coventry. 3 seasons ago that Coventry went to Ewood Park and scored 5 against Blackburn. But in those days, Rovers were just getting used to life among the elite. Here's Paul Warhurst, brought down by Rennie, painfully too. And Steve Dunn, the Bristolian in charge today, wanting words, and I think there'll be a card here for Rennie. He's never been anything other than a pretty rugged defender, the former Leeds man. Warhurst happily is back on his feet. Here's the prime candidate, number 9, 25 yards out. It's Shearer, and that's a good save by Ogrizovic. His ability undimmed by the passing years. Needed the helping touch. Richardson away. Ripley. It's Pickering out. And dear, Billy McKinlay. A half-time substitute with time, but no direction. Off goes Shearer, and out comes Ogrizovic. Coventry's recent games have seen them score plenty, but concede even more on occasions. Last week beaten 4-3 at Sheffield Wednesday. 2 weeks ago here, the last home game, a 3-3 draw with Wimbledon. Ripley. Warhurst and then Whyte. It's the first top-flight game that Chris Whyte has played since leaving Leeds nearly 3 years ago. Played by Rennie. Dublin's touch, here's Ndlovu. Easily away from Berg. Cross goes Sutton. Marcus Hall. Dublin! Well, it was a meaty header. Repelled by the Coventry fan in the Blackburn goal. Still in play with Richardson. Dublin brought it down and scores! Wonderfully, dexterously. And Tim Flowers, having saved the header, could do nothing when the ball was played in a second time, and Dion Dublin used those telescopic limbs of his to control the ball, swivel and convert. Cast of thousands down there. Gary Pendry, Trevor Gould, Jim Blythe at the back with the coat on, Brian Roberts, George Dalton the physio. Nearly as many on the bench as in the team. Kevin Richardson. Up goes Rennie. Oh, it's 3! This is turning into Coventry's best day of the season by far. But it's angst-ridden for Tim Flowers. Born in nearby Kenilworth, he grew up as a Sky Blue, but he's been beaten for a third time. Richardson. Pickering, got rid. Here's Salako. Taken late. Billy McKinlay. Crowd isn't that big, but it's pretty vociferous. Just had the attendance figure, 13,409. Yellow card for the Scot. Ball. Goalkeeper unopposed. Hall. Did well. And suddenly defence becomes attack with Dion Dublin. Sutton's clearance. As far as Shearer, his normal striking partner. Both sides shorn of their first choice defenders. No Hendry, Pearce or Kenner for Blackburn today. No Paul Williams and no Richard Shaw for Coventry City. Coventry having to do some defending against Stuart Ripley. They rely so heavily on Shearer for goals. 16 of their 27 in the English Premier League this season, scored by their talismanic striker. And Ogrizovic made sure the ball didn't get as far as Shearer. Been a very good goalkeeper for a very long time. Sutton. Ndlovu's nipped in. Peter Ndlovu for Coventry, and still going. That is a splendidly taken goal. He's 22, he is brimful of talent, and although these conditions are totally alien to him, he kept his footing wonderfully well whilst retaining possession. Just enough time and space to get the shot away. Four for Coventry. Richardson unhappy with what he saw as an elbow by Graeme Le Saux. It's the most favourable scoreline that Coventry have enjoyed against Blackburn since they beat them 6-1 here at Highfield Road back in October 1950. There's still a quarter of an hour to play. Not sure that the shades are wholly appropriate, Ron. It's a Godfather-like figure today. Dublin. And just about everything is going Coventry's way now. They have earned the right to enjoy themselves. It's been such a miserable season up till now for them. This could be a turning point. Sutton. Shearer. Definitely not his day. It was his regular partner that set him up with the header from defence by Sutton. Shearer. Dispossessed by Rennie. It's Telfer's touch. Henning Berg. Started off pretty chilly at kick-off. It's now bone-chillingly cold. Ripley seeking some form of consolation for Blackburn. And he struck that nicely enough, but you could see from the goalkeeper's reaction it was never on target. He's tried, Ripley. Telfer. There's Marcus Hall, he'll remember this day for a long time. Nicky Marker. Richardson. Dublin. Free kick. Blatantly obvious. A foul on Peter Ndlovu. A challenge that would have looked more at home on a rugby pitch. Shearer waiting to charge from the wall. Telfer! Good save via the post. Flowers down very quickly. Ron Atkinson calls Paul Telfer the hardest working play he has ever signed. Ndlovu. Free kick and just 2 minutes left on the watch. Inches to the right and it would have been a corner. Dublin waits, breaks from Sutton. One back by Whyte, here's Telfer. Richardson. Back of distance, there's Dublin. Gone into double figures in the Premier League for goals today. For the season so far, which in a struggling side is a decent contribution. Pickering. Berg only half away. Comes to Salako. It's fine. It's as good a day as Coventry have had in many a long year. The day they made the champions look like chumps. Blackburn all over the place defensively. So many changes. And a half-full Highfield Road acclaims a notable victory by 5 goals to 0. Coventry try to lift themselves out of the nether regions of the Premier League table. Busst, Dublin, Rennie, Ndlovu and Salako all on the score sheet. And Blackburn, the reigning champions, continue their nightmares away from Ewood Park. full time at a disbelieving Highfield Road in near Arctic conditions. Coventry 5, Blackburn 0.
Coventry's biggest Premiership victory. The Sky Blues would eventually finish in 16th, but only avoided relegation on goal difference. Defending champions Blackburn never looked like regaining their title, despite spending £13 million on 8 players. Some good results during the final months almost brought them a UEFA Cup place. They eventually finished in 7th.